Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome. If you're new, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. In today's video, I'm doing the lazy girl method. I'm going to be encapsulating some dried flowers. So these flowers are real. So yeah, I'm going to be encapsulating some real dried flowers into the nails. So I'm starting by picking out my sizes. I'm using the ballerina style full cover nail tips. I explained to you guys a while back that when I first purchased these nail tips, I did not like them at all. I've had these nail tips for about 2 to 3 years now, but as of lately, I really like them. So I'm going to be using them today. And at the tips of these nail tips, it's a bit round and I really don't like that. I need my nail tips to be straight. So I'm just filing each of the nail tips so that they are straight, as you are seeing right here. I'm using my 6060 grit hand file to do that, and I'm doing that for all of the nails. And I decided to bring out my nail stands. Usually I would use only one nail stand, but I'm using all 5 today. So I'm just placing all of my nail tips on the nail stands. And these are the dried flowers that I'm going to be using on all of the nails. I have a lot of them, so I'm going to be using all of them, or most of them at least. So I'm just going to be picking out some of the dried flowers that I would like to use on the nails, and I'm placing them on my nail palette. I had to use a lot more than this, but I just decided to pick out some of them for right now. And I'm also going to be using some dried leaves as well. So now I'm going to be applying some glitter butterflies on the nails. So I'm just picking out some of the glitter butterflies that I want to use. I'm using the gold glitter butterflies, so I'm just placing them on my nail palette. And I'm going to be using gel base coat to adhere them. So I just placed a small bead of the gel base coat. Then I pick up one of the glitter butterflies, place it on top of the gel base coat, apply pressure, and then I would flash cure that for 5 to 10 seconds. I'm going to be doing about 2 or 3 butterflies on this nail, so I'm just going to be doing the same thing. Then I'm just clipping off the excess glitter that's off of the nail. Then I am going to be applying some gel base coat to the whole nail to seal down all of the glitter butterflies, and I would cure that for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be doing the same thing for the middle nail. I also did the same for the thumbnail. Now I am going to be using some clear polygel to adhere the dried flowers, and I'm also going to be using rubbing alcohol as my sip solution. You don't need a lot of clear polygel to adhere these dried flowers. You just need enough so that the dried flowers can stay stuck down instead of constantly poking out. I needed a thickness of clear polygel in order to adhere these dried flowers inside of the nail. I couldn't use gel base coat because gel base coat is way too thin. The gel base coat is not thick enough to adhere the dried flowers. So what I did was apply a small bead of the clear polygel inside of the nail tip. Make sure it is a thin bead, and then I pat it in place inside of the nail tip, and then I placed the dried flowers on top of that, and it held down the dried flowers. Usually if I did apply gel base coat, the dried flowers would have risen up from the gel base coat. It would not have held it down like it is doing right now. So I'm just applying all of the dried flowers, and when I am satisfied with how it looks, I would cure for 30 seconds. And this is how it looks when I finished curing the nail, and I think it looks so good. Let me know what you guys think about it so far. I'm not finished as yet though. I still have to apply some more dried flowers inside of this nail, so I'm just going to be picking up a smaller bead of the clear polygel. However, as you can see, I was trying to squeeze the clear polygel out of this tube and it was so difficult. So I had to use my toothpaste squeezer, but that was not working at all. And I knew it had some clear polygel inside of this tube, and I also knew that I didn't want to open another clear polygel since it's not much clear polygel that I really need. So I had to cut that polygel tube in half. And look how much polygel there still is in these tubes, guys. Look how much. So yeah, I didn't want to waste it since I didn't even need that much. And by the way, I still have a good bit of that polygel now, and I used it in other nail sets. So yeah, there's a lot more polygel where that came from. So yeah, I'm just using some more clear polygel inside of the same nail tip, and I just distribute it inside of the nail tip. And now I'm just going to be placing some more dried leaves and dried flowers inside of the nail tip. And when I'm satisfied with how that looks, I would cure for 30 seconds. Now while that nail tip is curing, I'm going to be doing another nail. So I'm just picking up some of the clear polygel and placing it inside of the nail tip. It doesn't need to be much polygel, keep that in mind. Then I'm just distributing that polygel inside of the nail tip, making sure that the whole nail has some of that clear polygel. Then I'm just going to be picking up the dried flowers and placing it into the wet clear polygel. And do you guys see how the dried flowers stays down inside of the nail tip? That's because I'm using the clear polygel. The clear polygel is strong enough that it would keep the dried flowers from raising back up, unlike the gel base coat. So I'm doing that inside of the nail tip. This was such a fun nail set to do. I really liked it. I did do this nail set about 3 years ago when I started this channel, and it looked really good back then, but it looks a lot better now in my opinion. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this nail set in the comments below. And if you've reached this far in the video, don't forget to hit the like button below, comment your thoughts on the design, and don't forget to subscribe and share the video. This really helps the channel when you do all of these things. So this is how the nail is looking, and this is the first one that I did. Now I'm going to be applying gel base coat just to seal down all of the dried flowers and glitters and to protect it as well. So I'm just applying the gel base coat, and make sure you apply a thick layer of the gel base coat so it gets into all of the spaces and stuff in the dried flowers. So I applied a very thick layer of gel base coat, and then I would cure that for 30 seconds. So this is the second nail that I was doing, and I missed a few spots, so I'm using the clear polygel and placing it into the areas that I missed, and then I would apply some dried flowers to that area and cure for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be applying the gel base coat to the whole nail, and then I would cure that for 30 seconds. So silly me decided to apply my peel-off base coat and everything at the start of the nail set. So all this time I had on peel-off base coat. So when I was finished with all of the nails, the peel-off base coat on my nails were peeling off. So this is how the thumbnail looks. I did this one off camera. I think it looks so pretty. Now I'm just applying the gel base coat to seal in the glitters, dried flowers and dried leaves, and I would cure that as well for 30 seconds. Now I'm just clipping off the excess stems from the sides of the nails and the excess flowers as well. That's not really needed, and I'm doing that for all of the nails, but I just showed myself doing it on a few nails. Now we are going to be doing some ombre nails right now. So on the index nail, I just cleaned the inside of the nail tip with some rubbing alcohol, and then I'm just measuring to see where I want my ombre to be. I'm going to be using my Nude polygel from Modelones. If you all are interested in purchasing anything from Modelones, by the way, you can use my code, which will be listed in the description below and on the screen. However, if you all purchase your items from Amazon, I will also have a link to the items that I got on Amazon. So I just placed a small bead of the Nude polygel where I want my ombre to be, and I just push it down to wherever I want the ombre to start. The fade, I want the fade to start at a certain area on the nail. I don't want the fade to be too high on the nail. So I push down the polygel to where I want it to be, and I realized that I had way too much polygel on this nail. All I really want is the fade. I don't want anything else right now. So I always make sure to measure how the nail looks on my natural nail wherever I want the fade to be. And then when I'm ready, I would fade the polygel into the nail. I fade the polygel into the nail on both sides because I don't want that harsh line of demarcation. So I make sure to fade it on both sides, and I kind of messed up the nail a bit. So I had to kind of try my best to fix that. It was a bit difficult to do, but I managed to get it done, and I cured that for 30 seconds. Now on to the pinky nail. I'm going to be doing the same thing. Then I cured that for 30 seconds. So this is how the index nail looks. Now I'm going to be applying some gold butterflies to this nail as well. I applied about 2 of the gold butterflies. So I just placed a small bead of the gel base coat, and then I picked up one of the gold butterflies, applied pressure, and flash cured for 5 to 10 seconds. Now I'm going to be applying gel base coat to the tip of the nail to protect my glitter butterflies, and I will cure that for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be doing the same thing on the pinky nail. And it was very difficult to apply this gold glitter to the pinky nail since the glitter is so huge and the pinky nail is so narrow. It was very difficult to do. Now I apply gel base coat to the tip of the nail and cure for 30 seconds. So this is how the index nail is looking. Now I'm going to be applying the dried flowers to the nail. So I am using the clear polygel. So I just placed some of the clear polygel at the tip area of the index nail, making sure to distribute it so that the whole tip of the index nail has clear polygel, and make sure that it's not too thick inside of the nail. Then I'm going to be applying the dried flowers to the tip area of the index nail, and when I'm satisfied with how it looks, I would cure that for 30 seconds. Next, I'm going to be doing the same thing for the pinky nail. So I just applied some of the clear polygel to the tip area and just evenly distribute that at the tip area of the pinky nail. And then I would be applying some dried flowers and curing that for 30 seconds. I'm going to be only applying the small dried flowers to the pinky nail since the larger flowers are a bit too large for the pinky nail. So I'm just applying the very tiny flowers to the pinky nail and curing for 30 seconds. So this is how the index nail looks after curing. Now I'm going to be applying the gel base coat to the tip area of the index nail to seal down all of the glitters and also to protect it. And then I would cure for 30 seconds. I actually decided to apply a few more of the dried flowers in areas that were a bit spacey. So yeah, I cured that for 30 seconds, and then when I cured it, I applied another layer of gel base coat just to seal down the last minute dried flowers I applied, and cured that as well for 30 seconds. I'm not sure if I showed that part, but I did do it. Now I'm just clipping off the excess flowers from the sides of the nails and placing it back on the nail stand. So this is how it looks when it is almost complete. Now I'm going to be placing it on my nails. So while doing these nails, I had on peel off base coat. I do not know why I did that. I don't know why I thought the peel off base coat would last, but it did not. So I'm just peeling off the peel off base coat right here, and as you can see, it's very easy to peel off. That's why I like to use peel off base coat, so that I can remove my nails pretty easily. So yeah, I'm just removing the peel off base coat, and then I would apply some more peel off base coat off camera. I'm using the Nude peel off base coat. I use 2 layers. The first layer goes on the whole nail and I leave it to dry for 2 to 3 minutes. Then the second layer, I don't go on the whole nail. I usually go 3/4 of the way, and then I wait for it to dry for about 7 minutes. So now I am applying a gel base coat to all of the nails, and then I would cure that for 30 seconds. So I'm going to be applying the nails right here. So I am using the Nude Polygel from Modelones. So I just placed a small bead of the Nude Polygel at the nail bed area of the pinky nail, and this bead was kind of large, so yeah, I had to remove some, I believe. So I'm just patting the polygel at the nail bed area only. Making sure that it covers the whole nail bed area, and then I fade it to the dried flowers area, but not too much. So yeah, I'm just doing that, and when I'm ready, I would apply the nail tip to my pinky nail. Apply some pressure, and then I clean around the cuticle area and the underside of the nail, and then I would cure for 30 seconds. And this is how it looks. Now on to the ring nail. I'm going to be using some clear polygel. So I just placed some of the clear polygel inside of the nail tip and evenly distributed inside of the nail tip. Next, I place it on the ring nail. apply some pressure, and then I would clean around the cuticle area and the underside of the nail and cure for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be doing the same thing for the middle nail, so I'm just going to let this part play out and I'll be back shortly. So this is how the nails are looking. Now I am using some rubbing alcohol to remove the stickiness from all of the nails, and then I would file the nails. However, while applying the rubbing alcohol, I noticed that under the ombre nails I was feeling the dried flowers, and I didn't want to. When I was filing the nails, I usually file the underside of the nails as well. I didn't want to mess up the design by accidentally filing under the nails, and I also like to protect my dried flowers. So I am going to be applying some clear polygel to the underside of the index nail and the pinky nail and curing that for 30 seconds. As you all can recall, I did not apply clear polygel to the underside of those nails. I only applied the gel base coat. But when I was applying the rest of the nails, I used the clear polygel. So yeah, that's why I'm going to be applying it to the underside of the nails just to protect it, and I would cure for 30 seconds. So I'm just feeling it right here, and it feels a lot better. It feels like the dried flowers are protected. So yeah, I'm just using rubbing alcohol to remove the stickiness again, and now I'm going to be filing the nails. So I'm just going to let this part play out, and I'll be back shortly. And as usual, filing the Lazy Girl method nails is pretty easy and pretty fast. I really like doing the Lazy Girl method nails because it's so quick. Now this is after filing of the nails. Now I'm just going to be top coating all of the nails with my Modelones top coat and curing for 30 seconds. Then I'm top coating the underside of the nails and curing for 30 seconds. And this is how the nails are looking. I applied some rhinestones to the nails off camera. Now I'm applying some cuticle oil to rehydrate my skin and nails. So guys, this is the finished look. It is such an easy nail design to do and it looks so good. The Lazy Girl method is a beginner friendly method so that anyone can do it, and these nails can last between 3 to 4 weeks or even more depending on your nail prep. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this nail set in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.